Warriors Nation, are you ready? We've got breaking news, historical dives, and crucial player updates that you cannot miss. First up, we're diving deep into the Golden State Warriors' incredible jersey history, spotlighting the legacy of Victor Alexander and his time wearing the number 52. Then, we're hitting you with a massive question. Should the Warriors re-sign Kristaps Porziņģis? We've got the fan reactions, the stats, and everything you need to know about this offseason's biggest decision. And the injury bug continues to bite. We've got the latest on Steph Curry's knee issue and an update on how many more games the superstar will be sidelined. Will he be back soon enough to save the season? Finally, we'll hear directly from Coach Steve Kerr as he reacts to those tough back-to-back losses and what it means for the Warriors' playoff push. You don't want to miss any of this. Hit that like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell now.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Golden State Warriors jersey history. Number 52, Victor Alexander, 1991-95. The Golden State Warriors boast a rich tapestry of over 600 players who have donned more than 60 unique jersey numbers throughout their storied 75-plus-year history. From their founding in 1946 as part of the BA, a precursor to the NBA, the team has represented multiple cities including Philadelphia, San Francisco, Oakland, and San Diego. To honor these athletes, Warriors Wire is embarking on a comprehensive journey through the history of every jersey number and the players who wore them. We begin our deep dive with Victor Alexander, the fifth of 7 players to wear the number 52 for the Warriors. After a standout college career at Iowa State, Alexander was selected 17th overall in the 1991 NBA draft by the Warriors. This Michigan native spent his first 4 professional seasons with the Dubs, concluding his tenure in 1995. During his time in Golden State, Alexander exclusively wore the number 52, averaging an impressive 9.2 points and 5.2 rebounds per game. All statistics and data are proudly provided by Basketball Reference. Don't go anywhere, because the Warriors' future hangs in the balance with a massive offseason decision looming. Next up, we ask the question on everyone's mind. Should the Warriors re-sign Kristaps Porziņģis? Warriors reacts. Should the Warriors re-sign Kristaps Porziņģis? Welcome to SB Nation Reacts, where we gauge the pulse of fans across the NBA. The Golden State Warriors face a pivotal offseason decision regarding Kristaps Porziņģis. The former All-Star has shown flashes of brilliance alongside the Dubs since a deadline deal sent Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield to the Atlanta Hawks. However, his availability has been a significant concern, having played in only 3 games since joining the team over a month ago. This injury pattern has unfortunately been consistent for Porziņģis over the last decade. While his undeniable talent and excellent fit with the Warriors are clear, the question remains, is he worth committing to long-term, especially if his all-star caliber play drives up his contract demands? Let us know your thoughts. We've covered the roster questions, but what about the biggest star? Will he be back to lead the charge? Next, we have a critical update on Steph Curry's extended absence. Warriors rule out Curry for at least 5 more games with knee issue. Big news for the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry is sidelined for at least 5 more games. The team provided an update Wednesday, stating Curry is making good progress in his recovery from patellofemoral pain syndrome, commonly known as runner's knee. This ailment has already kept the superstar guard out for the past 15 games, and this extension means his absence will now stretch to at least 20 games. The earliest he could potentially return is March 21st in a matchup against the Atlanta Hawks. Despite the lengthy layoff and the Warriors' precarious standing in the league, indications are that Curry is determined to return this season. The team reports that Curry has begun individual on-court work, with plans to ramp up his intensity. He's scheduled for another reevaluation in 10 days. This comes as Golden State is on the back end of a 6-game road trip, with their playoff positioning becoming increasingly critical. Since Curry's last appearance on January 30th, the Warriors have struggled, going 5-10 and slipping into the number 9 spot in the Western Conference. Guard Pat Spencer emphasized the urgency, stating, "The goal is to get into that 7-8 game." The team's record, a stark 23-16 with Curry and a losing 9-17 without him, highlights his irreplaceable value. Kristaps Porziņģis echoed this sentiment, noting, "Obviously it's a completely different team with him here." The synergy between Curry and Porzingis is undeniable, with their combined size and spacing making them an ideal pairing, though injuries have limited their time on the court together. Porzingis himself expressed his desire to play alongside Curry, stating, "I want to play with Steph." Who does? The Warriors are battling numerous injuries, including Moses Moody and Will Richard, and even Seth Curry is just returning to action. With 17 games remaining, the Warriors are in a tight race to secure a favorable play-in spot, and Curry's return is paramount. Injuries and tough losses are piling up, but how is the head coach handling the pressure? Get ready for Steve Kerr's unfiltered reaction to those recent frustrating defeats. Steve Kerr reacts after Warriors lose 2 very winnable games in a row. Steve Kerr did not hold back his disappointment after the Golden State Warriors dropped 2 consecutive games that were well within their reach. The Warriors suffered a frustrating overtime loss to the Chicago Bulls, 131-24, following a defeat to the Utah Jazz the night before. Both contests were against teams at the lower end of the standings, making the missed opportunities particularly galling for a Warriors team desperately trying to find stability. Kerr characterized both games as very winnable, emphasizing, "We had the lead late tonight, obviously, when we should have had, but this is how the NBA is, especially when you're beaten up. You're not going to blow anybody out. Games are going to be tight. You got to finish, and we didn't finish either of the last 2 nights." The game against Chicago mirrored the previous night's struggle against Utah, where the Warriors couldn't close out the game despite their opponents having key players sidelined. Kerr's assessment highlights the razor-thin margin for error the undermanned Warriors are facing. With multiple key players out, the team has relied heavily on its deeper roster, but this has left little room for mistakes, even against struggling teams. These consecutive losses have pushed the Warriors below the .500 mark, dropping them to 9th place in the Western Conference standings. The team's performance in the first half against the Bulls was particularly concerning, marked by haphazard defense and listless offense, leading to a halftime deficit. Kerr's frustration is understandable, especially given that both the Jazz and Bulls have accumulated a significant number of losses this season. The missed opportunities underscore the challenges the Warriors face as they navigate the remainder of the season. That's all the Warriors news you need for now, but stay tuned for our wrap-up. Don't go anywhere. We'll recap all the top stories and give you the full call to action. And that's a wrap on today's Warriors news. We covered Victor Alexander's jersey history, debated the Kristaps Porziņģis re-signing, got the latest on Steph Curry's injury, and heard Coach Kerr's honest reaction to those tough losses. What a show! Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, drop a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all social platforms for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.